So the last one is we live in a time where you can find out a lot about someone online or a lot about a business online.
Yep.
And I just think this is a truly, truly unique time to do so. So every now and again, I'll jump on social media and I'll see something like, has anyone ever bought something from X? Or I'll be looking at reviews of products. And I just look at this now and go, I think this is such a merited form of due diligence and should be in. Again, I know I'm not allowed to say this necessarily as financial advice, but I think to neglect the idea of verifying anything online these days is a huge miss.
Yep.
You can find people on social media and check what they've been up to. You can read product reviews. You can put out, has anyone worked with someone, and actually find customers and get direct feedback. You could just punch them into Google. Like there's a ton of things you could do that would have you understand the character of a person and business and the qualities they represent without speaking to anyone, and potentially just avoid bad deals on this point alone.
I think this one's so underdone, right? Like I always come back to, what about the reviews on different websites, on social media, etc., of particular businesses? I know quite a few businesses that we're aware of that have got 2-star reviews, 1-star reviews, and it talks about how the product doesn't actually deliver the results that they were expecting. And it's like, well, hang on, if I was to buy this, what am I actually getting? Am I getting a business that has strong sales and marketing, but a product that doesn't match? Which means then I'm going to have to deal with all of those repercussions from it. And so doing what I call like a desktop research and then sort of pulling on more threads of maybe pinging the testimonials they've got on a Facebook page and saying, hey, like you gave them a 1-star or you gave them a 5-star. Why? And so like actually going and talking to different people, I think is a great example of a way that you can actually uncover different scenarios of like, is this the type of business or reputation that I actually want to pull on myself or even be affiliated with? Like there are some businesses out there that I think make great profit, but holy smokes, their reputation is not great to the point that you would just saturate the entire industry and now you've got nothing else. Like they've already milked it, and the reason they're selling is because there's ain't nothing else to milk or they're completely burnt. There was a company that I know in Melbourne, SEO business, and what they did was they had so many bad reviews, and should I name the business? Screw it, I will. Whatever. It's called Web Marketing Experts. They sold it to Melbourne IT. It's completely fine for like 34 million. It's completely fine. So it was called Web Marketing Experts, right? And it had so many bad online reviews that they renamed the business to WME. And then they would deliver the service under the new brand.
Wow, talk about a brand management strategy.
Actually, I really like the guy. Founder's name's Nick Bell. I think he's a fantastic human, but it was a strategy to help them with reputation because their reputation, they just couldn't repair it. Like you couldn't get that many 1,000 5-star reviews to sort of push down all of the others. It's just easier to rebrand.
I think you just highlighted a good point about the internet being manipulatable and deceiving as well. So the level of depth you go with this to know that that brand change happened. So you checked both brands in that case.
Totally. But you never pick it up. Like you never find that in
hugely.
financials. You never find that in conversations with the founder. You never find that across anything. It's just a new trading name.
I think there's new levels to this though. If you're into property, you could literally find reviews of suburbs and how people feel about suburbs these days. Schools, if you're going to send, this is something I've been involved with. Looking at not only what their website says, but how the parents review it in Facebook groups. Very helpful.
Isn't that awesome? Yeah.
If you're going to, again, something I've looked at in the past is like, well, we're looking at it now, might as well look at it again, is like cars. People giving long-term reviews of cars and comparisons and their own experiences of those products. Totally. Like that's the real stuff you want to be hunting for on the internet, not just look at the Google review. Although important, it is just, I think there's layers to this you can go that can have you make significantly better decisions across your life.
I'm just going to riff on that point. So one of the businesses called Everdebt, which is a dental inventory management startup. So you can see all of like their reviews online and everything like that. But in the dental sphere in Australia, there is one Facebook group that you would argue that 70% of dental nurses are in. And it's exclusive. Like you have to basically prove that you are a dental nurse to get in this group, and all they care about are the reviews that sit in that group. And like no suppliers can get in. Like we can't get in because we're not in the industry. And it's like all that matters is what they say in that group. And so if you were to buy something, it's like, well, how do you get access to their group and actually see if people like Invident, people don't like Invident? Like it's the greatest feedback.
I would find a dental nurse, pay them, and get them to go into that group and do research for me.
Completely. But I'm like, but you can't, like, that is the next level of looking at that reputation. Like, you can't find that on Google. You can't find that just by like hitting search on a brand. Like you have to have someone who has that knowledge that can get you in and say, well, what are they saying here? What are they saying in this forum? What about in a paid mastermind or something like that? Like there are different ways. So I love this one.
Do you know what comes up in many of our points here that I would love to like recap on or reiterate here? Most of the things we're talking about are obvious and I think everyone would do at a certain level. It's the next level deeper than these things that makes all the difference. So the idea being is like people probably speak to 3 different options before they buy, but do they ask the question of like, who have you helped like me in my situation with my goals? Like that's the edge in that example. Or asking to speak to their customers and then actually doing it. Or rather than just doing shitty desktop research, actually like, no, I'm going to probably really dig in and find out about these guys online, or paying someone to do that for you. With the financials, like did you get a manipulated P&L or did you actually, no, I've verified the Stripe bank account. I've got a stack def from the accountant. All of these things don't actually take that much more effort and time. A little bit, don't get me wrong. But the difference on being sure that you've made a good decision on a potentially huge acquisition is massive.
Hey, fellow business owner, if this topic and value-packed short video has resonated with you at all, and you want to dive deeper into creating wealth inside and outside your business, check out the full episode by clicking the link on your screen or in the description right now.